Welcome to my channel, Maths and Science by IITian. I had started discussing about the dimensions for the last 3 classes, units and dimensions. Very important topic where sometimes if you have forgotten any formula in the examination, you can get through by using the prior knowledge of your dimensions and you can solve the problem. And the typical problems I have been giving so that Planck's constant and then your Boltzmann constant, speed of light, frequency, these things are usually, they recur in physics and they are regularly used in physics experiments and also in the physics theory very much. So that if we repeatedly do some exercises involving these numbers with some physical meaning, then you will be able to appreciate that particular constant's importance and that you will remember. That is my idea, to give the concept. Now, this is the equation which I have taken today. That is 8 pi h nu cube whole divided by c cube into e to the power of h nu by kbt minus 1. What it is going to represent is the secondary thing. First thing is that what are the parameters involved in framing this equation? They are more important for a dimensional analysis. What is h? H is a Planck's constant which I have discussed in the last class, last lecture. Planck constant. Nu is frequency. Pi is a constant which you need not worry in dimensional analysis. C is the speed of light. E is exponential. And any power to exponential will be a number. It cannot be any dimension. It cannot have any dimensions. It will be a number. In this, h is as usual Planck constant, nu is a frequency, kb is Boltzmann constant. T is temperature in Kelvin. Kelvin is capital K. Let us try to resolve this left hand side. Left hand side, previously the procedure what we have done, the same procedure we will do, that is 8 pi h nu cube whole divided by c cube into e to the power of h nu divided by kbt minus 1. Now, this minus 1, e to the power of something, these are all values, numerical values. They don't carry any numerical values. Do not carry any dimensions in dimensional analysis. Because e to the power of x will not have any value until and unless x is defined with some number. It can be e to the power of I, a complex number, or e to the power of minus infinity to plus infinity, a real number. But e to the power of something should be a number. When e to the power of something is a number, then the parameters e to the power of x by y implies x by y should be equal to 1 because it should be dimensionless, x by y. As far as the dimension is concerned, I am not talking about the numerical value. Numerical value may range from minus infinity to plus infinity. As far as real numbers or complex numbers are concerned, I am only talking about as far as dimensional analysis is concerned, anything power to e, natural logarithmic constant e to the power of anything, something is a division, then that division should be taken as 1. Please remember this one. Now, that is one rule you have to follow. That means for dimensional analysis, what are the factors which are going to affect? Pi is not going to affect us. Eight is not going to affect us. And this is not going to affect us. E to the power of h nu by kbt minus 1. Because it's a numerical number, it's not going to affect us. 8 pi is not going to affect us. Then, as far as dimensional analysis is concerned, it will be proportional to some constant, as I told you in the previous lecture, some constant into h nu divided by c cube. That means, if I know the dimensions of Planck's constant h, frequency nu, and speed of light c, then I can derive at this left hand side dimensions. I need not worry about e to the power of h nu by kbt, because that's a value. Value will not contribute to any dimensions in the dimensional analysis. Please understand that. Now, the dimensions of left hand side, now we will move further. Dimensions of left hand side value is equal to dimensions of h nu cube by c cube. Now you see, now our whole equation is simplified to a small one. This is what is required in the examinations. What is h? H is equal to Planck's constant. Planck's constant, where it will be used in the famous energy equation, E is equal to h nu. Energy is joules. Joules is force into distance, F dot ds, or S you can write, because we are only doing the dimensional analysis. That is equal to force is in Newton into meter. That is joules. Joules is Newton meter. What is Newton? When you have to go down to the fundamentals, fundamental units. Newton is nothing but mass into acceleration, that is kg meter per second square into meter. That is equal to kg meter square into second square divided by second square, that is into second to the power of minus 2. Please remember, this occurs usually in physics regularly. In almost all the physics topics, energy is required. Energy is the life. Kg is m. meter is L, ml square T to the power of minus 2. Please remember this. Please remember this. Energy. Energy is h nu. In h nu cube by c cube, can we write it as h nu into nu square by c cube? That is equal to E nu square by c cube. What is the value of c? Dimensions of c is equal to speed of light. Speed of light is measured in meters per second. That is equal to L by T. That means C is equal to dimensions are meter per second, that is L into T to the power of minus 1. The units are meters per second, dimension is L T to the power of minus 1. That is speed of light. The other things are very easy. Nu is equal to frequency. Frequency I have already told you 1 by T per second. That is hertz. Frequency is measured in hertz per second. That is 1 by T. We know energy, nu and c cube. Shall we apply? Left hand side dimensions are E nu square by c cube, or we can say h nu cube c cube. H nu is E nu square by c cube. What is nu square? That is second to the power of minus 1 whole square. E is joules. Joules is nothing but kg meter square. Kg meter square second to the power of minus 2. And nu square is what is the value of nu square? Nu is 1 by 2. Then it will be second to the power of minus 2. 1 by s. Nu is 1 by s. That is second to the power of minus 2, nu square. Then what is c cube? C cube is meter per second. That is meter cube into second to the power of minus 3. That implies left hand side, that is equal to left hand side dimensions is equal to kg meter square second to the power of minus 2 into second to the power of minus 2 divided by cubic meter into second to the power of minus 3. Now we will simplify it. Kg will remain kg. Meter square by meter cube, that is equal to meter to the power of minus 1. Then comes second to the power of minus 4 divided by second to the power of minus 3. That will be second to the power of minus 1. Then ultimately we will get the equation as, we will get the dimensions of left hand side as, what are the dimensions? Left hand side kg per meter per, here s to the power of minus 4, here s to the power of minus 3. Are we right? Please cross check. Hence, the given dimensions of the left hand side is equal to kg per meter per second. That is equal to m L to the power of minus 1 t to the power of minus 1. This is the answer. Now, can we do something with this answer again? You see, left hand side is equal to kg meter per second. We can write it as kg meter square per second square divided by cubic meter into per second. Can we write like this? Yes, we can write. From this, we got this one. This kg meter square per second square is nothing but energy. You see the beauty of dimensional analysis. Cubic meter is a volume, per second is frequency. That means the left hand side from the dimensional analysis, on the right hand side there is a definition. Right hand side is equal to energy per unit volume per unit frequency. This is the definition of what is that quantity? Planck energy density distribution. This is Planck energy density distribution function. That means we conclude that 8 pi h nu cube. You just see the beauty of dimensional analysis. I will teach you further. C cube into e to the power of pi nu by h nu by kbt minus 1 is equal to Planck energy. Why we have called energy per unit volume, per unit frequency? Because it takes the Planck's constant, we call it as a Planck energy density. Anything per unit volume is a density. Distribution. It is denoted by U for a frequency nu. Ultimately, from dimensional analysis, we have defined a quantity called Planck energy density distribution depending upon the frequency, that is u. Hence, the answer is the units are for Planck energy distribution. Please remember this. The units of Planck energy density distribution are what are the units? kg per meter per second. That is equal to m L to the power of -1 T to the power of -1. Instead of by-hearting the values, we have spent some time to understand the meaning, and from there we have derived it. And here, in the next class, I will be taking up the Boltzmann constant. I will give a hint. In the same equation, there is something called e to the power of h nu by kbt. This is the hint for the next class. E to the power of h nu by kb into t, where kb is the Boltzmann constant. Where kb is the Boltzmann constant. We will try to find the Boltzmann constant units from this equation. Because I have told you, e to the power of something is a number. It is e to the power of something is a dimensionless number. Numbers will not have any dimensions. Hence, for dimensional analysis, we take h nu by kb into t is equal to some constant. It's a number, some constant, which implies dimensions of h nu is equal to dimensions of kb into t, where kb is the Boltzmann constant. Then Boltzmann constant dimensions will be h nu by t. I will be discussing further in the next class. Best of luck to everybody. Thank you for listening to me. And the units of Planck energy density distribution is kg per meter per second, and the dimensions are m to the power of 1, L to the power of -1, T to the power of -1. And this we have derived from the equation we know, and we are totally unaware of what it means. We derived it from the dimensional analysis. Now, from the equation given, we are going to understand the Boltzmann constant in the next class. Best of luck. Thank you. If any value addition took place because of this video to your knowledge, please subscribe to my channel, share and subscribe. My channel is Maths and Science by IITian. I want to share my knowledge to all of you so that you will get benefited. Thank you for seeing my video. Best of luck.